Lala Delaya once said, self care is how you take your power back. Is our mental health really as significant as how people make it seem? We are often told to take care of our mental health, but with the amount of work and worries piling up the spaces in our daily lives, do we still have room for it? Our mental health has undoubtedly taken a toll during the pandemic, and it also affects us totally as a person. In truth, it is much more important than people think, but most do not realize it. I present to you three problems. First, it is still common in the cultural beliefs of Filipinos that depression and anxiety are non existent, and that mental illness is something to be ashamed of. Second, the Philippine government and public sectors have not paid enough attention to the country's mental health. Third, Filipinos are generally unhappy, not only because of poor economic conditions, but also because of pressures arising from high expectations from family and society. It is in fact still prevalent even nowadays to hear from people disregarding feelings and emotions. Studies show that average Filipinos have lacking knowledge and information about the significance of their mental well-being. Mental health should be given more attention by the Philippine government and public sectors. In an article from Frontier Sin, the government does not fund enough and creates ample facilities for this matter. The study by Palaganas et al. It was shown that 24% of midwives, 29% of doctors, and 51% of nurses would want to migrate to the US, Canada, Australia, and also the UK to figure as health professionals. Their decisions to migrate were mainly influenced by the greater number of employment opportunities and high salaries abroad, where they're given more respect and quality of practice, which greatly develop their well being. We should educate the nation as early as now of the importance of handling our mental well being when faced with stress and pressures like these. Having good mental health has many benefits. One of these is better productivity, found from a study in Switzerland. Starting with a healthy environment, if we inform and educate people more about this topic, people will certainly become more optimistic and positive towards their roles and responsibilities as citizens. Improve knowledge of this matter in the community. Preventive and early intervention in the community can also help minimize stigma and prejudice. According to a study from the Better Health Channel, mental health and physical health is closely related. According to them, as observed from studies, having good mental health also benefits your cardiovascular health as well as your general physical well being. This is critical because persons who have mental health problems are more likely to develop chronic physical disorders, including heart disease, diabetes, arthritis, and asthma. Good mental health could also decrease the cases of crimes, according to a study by Stanford University. According to previous studies, increasing access to mental health care may be a good method to minimize criminal participation. For example, their studies examined three randomized control trials in Chicago and discovered that low income teenagers who participated in cognitive behavioral therapy training were less likely to be arrested for both violent and nonviolent offenses. The presence of substance abuse treatment facilities also affects local crime rates. As we come to an end, I'd like everyone to take a moment and think about the benefits on how you could improve our society as a whole. As you walk out of this speech I am giving, take the time to realize that your contribution, the words you say, the acts you do, could affect not only the now, but the future of society. For us to have a productive community, we must first assess ourselves. If we want to improve the world we live in, we must start with the other people, and more importantly, ourselves. Mental health is just as important as physical health, which is needed to function well in society. Having said that, it always begins with us. It is we, the public, who are capable of bringing about and implementing change. The changes in society always begin at home. We must take care of our well being so the children will learn to do so. Doing this will ultimately create a standard for the future of our society. Your feelings matter. You matter. Don't let the pandemic wear you down and start taking care of yourself. To serve others, one must also serve themselves. Let us break toxic stigmas and create a society where we shall think often of the well being of others as much as we think of ourselves. Thank you.